สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. So last week I showed you how to make that popular dim sum dish lopako or turnip cakes. Today I want to show you how Thai people actually eat turnip cakes. We make them too, but we don't eat it in the same way that you might eat it at dim sum. We turn it into basically a stir fry and we call it Kanom Pakkaad. So the name of this dish is a little bit misleading because Kanom means either a snack or a dessert, neither of which this thing is, and Pakkaad means lettuce, but it's actually short for hua Pakkaad, which then means Daikon radish. However, nobody in real life calls Daikon radish hua Pakkaad. Everybody calls it hua chai tao. So it's just really weird. Like when I first became aware of this dish when I was little, Kanom Pakkaad, it is completely not what I thought it was based on the name, so it's kind of an interesting fact there. But anyway, let's just all accept that, and I'll show you. It's super easy once you know how to make the lopako, which I'll link to that video right here. The rest is such a breeze. Let's get started. So I've got some lopako here, and now if you saw my previous video and wondered how my lopako went from being a circle to this shape, it's because this is a separate one that I made and it's chilled, and I like to start with it chilled because it's easy to cut. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut this into about an inch cube. Each piece should be maybe 1 or 2 bites. And yeah, if it's not cold, and it can be really soft and difficult to maneuver. So I think about this is a good size. And this recipe is great for those of you who are used to eating lopako the Cantonese way and you want to do something different with it. Okay, so that's that. Let me introduce you to the few other ingredients that we need. So for this, you're gonna need some garlic chives. So I probably have too much here for each serving, and I like to make just 1 serving at a time, and it's super fast. So you can make a few servings really quickly. And I wanna cut this into about 2-inch pieces. I like to remove the bottom because it's a little tougher, and then just pieces like that. I'm gonna add this to my bean sprouts bowl here. And if you're looking at this and go, oh, bean sprouts and garlic chives, that looks like vegetables that go into pad thai. And hey, what do you know? This dish is often sold at vendors that sell pad thai as well. So a lot of times you see, it'll say pad thai Kanom Pakkaad together in one place because they share a lot of similar ingredients. Okay, so those are all the only vegetables that you need. And then apart from that, you will need an egg. Okay, which again overlaps with pad thai, and you're gonna need a little bit of sauce, and the sauce is really simple. I've got some soy sauce here, and to this I'm gonna add some sweet soy sauce. So sweet soy sauce is basically, think of it like molasses mixed with soy sauce. Very sweet, syrupy, and thick. You can use the Indonesian ABC ketchup manis instead. This is the Thai one, and they both work fine. I have tried it, and you just need a little bit. There you go. And here's the trick. I oiled my spoon so that it all slides out beautifully so you don't lose half your sauce to the spoon. And I'm gonna give this a stir a little bit, and this just helps when you go to cook it. Otherwise, the thick soy sauce will just kind of stick to the glass bowl and it won't come out when you go to pour it. That's it. Believe it or not, that is all you need to make Kanom Pakkaad. All right, let's get cooking. So you want to start out with either a non-stick pan, so a non-stick skillet was totally fine, or a wok that is well seasoned, because these Kanom Pakkaad, these lopako, stick to things that are not non-stick. Add a little bit of oil. And then I'm gonna start by searing. Heat's probably a little high. You don't want it too hot because you want to give these things time to brown and heat up because these are cold also. So that's another thing. If you're starting with cold lopako, you want to make sure the heat is relatively low so it has time to brown and to heat up all the way through before they burn, okay? And this stove does not do low heat very well. It's super powerful. So nice and brown like that. That one might be a little too brown, but you get the idea. Woohoo! Yes. Now, if you have the patience, you can sit there and brown all 4 sides. You know what? That is good enough for me. Most of these are brown. Goes very quick, so pay attention here. Your egg right in the middle, okay? And then you're gonna break the yolk, and then I'm gonna bring some of these pieces on top of the eggs so that it gets mingled with the egg. It's another reason why you want a non-stick pan, because then the egg will stick. You let it set for about halfway, and then you toss it around so that you're basically scrambling the eggs into the lopako. Woohoo! Yeah. You can turn the heat a little higher now. And then the vegetables go in. Woo. And the sauce goes in. And I like to put it on the vegetables because the vegetables are the things that don't have any flavor at this point. And then you just toss until the sauce is completely dry. And I don't like to overcook the vegetables too much because I like the bean sprouts to still be nice and crispy. But if you like bean sprouts a little softer, you can take longer. And that's it. It's done. It's done. And I know that's like, what? So fast. But that's it. It's street food. It's fast food. And it's delicious. Look at this. Oh, yes. And this is sort of like unseen Thailand kind of thing, because I think a lot of people, they go to Thailand and they're looking for pad Thai, and sometimes that vendor that you're buying from might also have this on the menu, but you didn't know. But now you know. If you see a pad Thai vendor and they've got weird cubes cooking alongside the noodles, now you know what that is. Okay, so this is rich and salty and a little bit sweet. So what you need to go with it is something tart and spicy. So a lot of people will make a dipping sauce that's quite vinegary. What I actually like to do is serve this with Sriracha, which is really tart and vinegary and spicy, and I think it goes perfectly together. You could do, if you find that this is a little too hot, you could mix this with a little bit of sweet chili sauce and thin it out a little bit that way as well. Or if you buy a Thai Sriracha, that tends to be milder and a little sweeter. That works really well too. So, and I just go like this. Oh yeah. And that is all I need personally. You can add a little roasted chili flakes if you want just the extra heat without the extra sauce. If you want, you can serve it with a extra lime on the side for some tartness. And this is something that I don't think people do in Thailand, but I think it works quite well. If you like peanuts, put some roasted peanuts on there. It adds a little extra crunch. And it's also something people put on pad Thai. So that's an option for you, just putting it out there. But for me, this is all I need. So this guy right here, oh, and it's nice and soft. Get some egg. There's nothing else that smells quite like this. Oh, I love the flavor of the bean sprouts and the garlic chives and the lopako together. And the texture too. The lopako is soft and almost creamy. And then you've got the crunchiness from the vegetables and the flavor too. You've got salty umami. And then you got that tart chili sauce to go with it. I mean, it's just an incredible dish. And it doesn't really look like much, and it's really simple. I have to caveat this with this though. When you are in Thailand and you buy this dish from a street vendor, the turnip cakes are not going to be luxurious turnip cake with dried scallops and all those things that I put in it. A lot of times it'll be plain. Like some people don't put anything in it. It's just the turnips. But some people might just put a little bit of shiitake mushroom, some dried shrimp, but definitely not the scallops, and maybe the Chinese sausage depending on the place. But if you want to like pimp it out like me, make sure you check out my recipe, and I'll make sure I'll link it up here and also in the description below. So the recipe, as always, will be on hotthaikitchen.com. When you make it, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I'd love to see what you make. And if you want to join us on Patreon so you get extra bonus content and early recipes, check out the link in the description below. We'd love to have you join us. And if you haven't subscribed to the show, make sure you do so you don't miss an episode like this. And click the bell icon as well so you get a notification when I post a new video. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal. And this is great when you are tired of eating tired of eating lo pakko.